Oh, hey y'all, how's it going? Fatty here, and today I'm bringing you the top 3 unraidable rat holes on the setter, complete with build guides, and let's not waste any more of your time and jump straight into it. This first one is going to be at 40.8, 24.9. Now, I really like this one. It is kind of out of the way. It's in that lower part of the floating island. It's not like underneath, but just under that big floating one, and it's going to be located in the water, which always makes it a lot trickier for people to try to raid. This one is kind of nice too. It's kind of located behind this waterfall, so there is noise. So people are just flying around. They're not going to hear, as much stuff as if they were just, if there's no other like ambient noise around, right? Now this one is also nice. It's not technically a crouch point, but it is so hard to get in that. It is a smooth swim, but you're not going to be able to get any kind of dinosaurs in here. Now, once you're in here, you're going to notice there's quite a bit of flat area, which makes this really nice. Definitely good places to put down generators and different stuff like that. And just to kind of put a couple small things down until you get built up to a point where you can put a cliff platform, unless you already got a couple cliff platforms. So with this video, what I'm going to do is kind of showcase just the area, what it looks like at first, and then I'm going to come back once I've actually built it up and just kind of explain and talk through what I did, what my thought process was, and the ways that you guys can build it up, and even different things that you can kind of tweak from the way I did these little builds. So with this one, I like to put the pixie sticks or like fence post foundations at the start. It just stops people from swimming in right away or getting a clean shot. Normally, I don't allow it, so it's like the middle path is the one to get in, but I just don't want to get caught up just for the sake of the video. So against this back wall is where I put the wall. I think that is the best way to do it. It really locks it down. You can put another little bit of a wall right there as well, and it's just going to help kind of keep different angles on it and prevent people from pushing in. I just, for the sake of this video, didn't put one here. Now this cliff platform I always like to put right about here, because then you can kind of snipe and shoot shotgun or compound bow anything that's there. It really helps with defense, but you're not at such a weird angle that you can still see really well. Then from there, on this little one, I put some of the crafting stuff that's just really the basic stuff, more of the resource gathering type things. And then way up top, so no one can get a good angle on it, is usually where I put like the best stuff that I need. I put my transmitter, replicator, anything like that, dedicated storage. I always like to put my smithy up there because that's usually where I store a lot of my flak if I don't have vaults or anything like that. But it creates a really nice little hidden base location. And you can even breed a little bit of stuff like some stegos in here on this little part where I'm standing, as well as some carbs down below. Makes it a pretty solid spot. That's what makes it number 3 on this list. Coming in, I'm number 2. This one's going to be located at 33.5, 59.2. Now, I really like this one. It is going to be located kind of in the center of the map. Now, along this main river that cuts across here, it's just going to be to the north side of it, and then you're going to see this kind of pillar type rock formation. And you walk up to it, you are going to see this just like tiniest little crouch point. Now, when you get in here, it actually does open up pretty decently big for a rat hole. There's definitely going to be enough room to really put down everything you're going to need to use in this base. The only issue I have with this one is, even for how big it is, it's kind of hard to find a good solid area to breed, because you do have to put your wall a little bit further back than some other rat holes, and that just makes it a little bit less room to do everything that you need to do. But still makes it a really great rat hole because you can expand to the outside extremely well. And yeah, there's lots of opportunities to create some breeding space for yourself. So as you can see, when you come in here, you want to make sure you put your like little bit of a wall further back so they can't kind of shoot rockets in and create any splash damage. I, even as I was building this one, kind of wanted to scoot my wall back even a little bit further than I did on that one, but I was already so far into it that I just figured I'd mention it. But yeah, you want to make sure it's not enough that any rocket or anything like that can hit it. Now, generator needs to be kind of tucked away back in like that corner so that they can't get any kind of lines of eyes on it, or otherwise, again, it's just going to be kind of game over. But as you can see, there's pretty much a decent amount of room. I was able to get 2 industrial forges in here, the whole replicator, transmitter, all those tech beds and stuff like that. It makes it a pretty solid spot, so that's what locks it down in this number 2 spot on this list. Real quick before we get any further, don't forget we do have a merch shop. It is ripdieco.com. All the links are down in the description. We got a fun hand-printed hand tie-dyed merchandise. It's all really cool. Right now we have our Spoopy collection, which has a Jack Skellington tie-dye, which is so super cool, as well as like a supernatural like pentagram type thing. Really cool. It comes in different colors as well, so snag those while you still can. And let's continue on with the video. Thanks. Coming in at number 1, this one's going to be located at 66.3, 13.4. Now, this one's probably my favorite on this list just because it was so hard to even find for me. And even when I come back and look for it every once in a while, I have a hard time. So I'll explain a little bit easier how to get in. But this is just kind of a general overview. It's not the biggest, but it's also kind of misleading. You can put a lot in here. It's just kind of oddly shaped. So you just have to be very strategic with what you want to place. There is that really flat area, so if you're just starting off with only like a PT, you can definitely put some stuff in here to get started and be really secured and then be able to expand out. But yeah, if you really want to find this one, go to the chords I told you, and if you push out really far, you're going to see this really long diagonal rock that leads down to those waterfalls. Now, when you're in this general area, you see this big middle rock that's in the dead center of the screen. It's just going to be on the left side, and there's this little platform or ledge, and it leads kind of directly in there. That's going to be the easiest way to find it, because I know a lot of people in the comments down below are going to be a little confused or have the questions how to get there. So there you go. Now, once I did get this built up, this is what it looks like. So once you start to peek in here, you're going to just see a huge turret wall. I was able to get about 30 turrets in here, and I didn't even put any internals, which you definitely want to do, but just to show you like what it would look like on the outside. Now, even all the way up to the top, there is no way that someone's going to be able to kind of get through that. So it's going to be kind of a soak situation, or they're going to have to cliff platform the outside. And if you're worried about people doing that to kind of fob up, you can always put little chandeliers on the outside as well. Now, as you can see, there's quite a bit of room. You can't really get underneath. I put that first cliff platform as far down as I could to kind of start the wall. Then from there, I piggybacked up here to have the basic crafting stuff. And then again, like before, I have the replicator and all the really tech stuff kind of up top. And back there in the corner, you can see where I tucked the generator. On 10 times, you're going to be able to really push out turrets pretty far on the outside of your rat hole as well as the inside. And then you have all this room for breeding, which makes this spot just incredibly, incredibly nice. It just, you can K mode and see the outside. So if you are getting fobbed, you can see just incredibly, but there's nothing on the outside for people to land, so they can't really K mode into your base as well. So it just gives you that advantage on top of that as well. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to be doing a lot more of these build guides, so if you guys are enjoying this, don't forget to let me know in the comments below, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.